It is time once again for Good Day Street Talk. Antwan Lewis reporting. Here's what we're working on today. We have some amazing artists here in the studio sharing their incredible work. Wait till you see some of the pieces that we'll be presenting to you. And a little bit later, we're going to be discussing how to raise a reader in this digital age. But up first, artist Rob Cohen combines art and technology. His work can be found all over the world. We want to welcome him to Street Talk. And first of all, Rob, where's home? Where are you from?
I'm from New York, Jackson Heights.
Jackson Heights, okay. Queens in the house.
Yep, Queens in the house.
How'd you get started? When did this become your passion?
I started out working as a graphic designer, art director, and advertising, and my parents' 40th anniversary came along, and I wanted to do something special for them.
Now tell me a little bit about artnofood.com.
Artnofood.com is my website. Artnofood as in starving artists, and it's just a place to showcase all my work.
Did you draw when you were a little boy, or did you
Actually,
take pictures?
I can't draw very well at all. I've been a photographer, designer, and technology has helped me bring some of my stuff to life.
Now, you're celebrated for This Way, That Way. Did I say it correctly?
That's one thing, yep.
Explain how this came about.
It was my parents' 40th anniversary, and I was like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Can't get them another little tchotchke or anything like that. So I found a picture that I borrowed from their wedding album, and a picture that I'd taken 40 years later, and I combined it into a This Way, That Way, which is what I call them now.
So how'd you get the inspiration? I know you said you were trying to come up with something different, but why? And we're going to show everybody in just a moment. But just how did you say, I want to take these two images and intersperse them like that?
Honestly, I can't tell you. It just kind of came to me. I think the technique dates back to ancient Persia. And so I saw it somewhere, and I said that would be great for them. Okay. And started doing it and refining it and refining it.
How long did it take before you perfected it, you think?
Oh, nothing's ever perfected.
Okay.
But it's close.
Before we show that, you also do flip books, right?
I also do a lot of working on a series of animated objects based on old cinematic devices, such as zoetropes, mutoscopes, and flip books.
All right.
Making sculptures out of flip books.
We're going to show this one in a minute also, but I'm really curious. I want everyone to see this piece. This is your very first one, and then I know you'll explain how This Way, That Way works, but give us the history about this couple that we're about to see in your work here.
This is my mom and dad, who were married for 40 years at the time of this, and
okay.
Here they are when they first got married in the back of the car.
Okay.
And as you look, that's 40 years later.
Right there.
40 years of wedded bliss.
So that's them, that's the after.
And if you look straight on, you can almost see them looking at each other in their different ages.
Now go to the first one again, the earlier. That's when they first got married.
Yep.
Okay. And then 40 years later. They still look great. What are their names? First and last?
That's Carol and Lester.
Carol and Lester.
Yes.
Now you brought other pieces too.
I brought other pieces.
Okay. You can put that one right here.
This is a good friend of mine and his daughter.
Okay.
Here's the daughter. That's Sonny. And Bob.
One more time. Sonny on one side.
And Bob on the other.
On the other. So how do you, they're like lined up in the same height. How do you get that to?
When I photograph them together, for example, this one, Bob is lit from one side and Sonny is lit from the other side. So when you look straight on, they, that was right.
Okay.
If you look straight on, they kind of blend together as one.
Right.
And their bright blue eyes pop out and everything like that. It's really kind of amazing.
I'm curious about this next one you're about to show here. This gentleman I know.
This one is called Hey Lois, Check Out the Glasses. Not a very good reporter.
All right, so that, let's see, we're looking at George Reeve, right?
Right.
1950 Superman. That's him as Clark Kent. And there he is as Superman. So now, are they actual, is it actual film stock?
No, these are printed on archival inkjet prints, which I cut, fold, score, and glue into these.
How long does it take you to do a piece?
It takes me about a week and a half.
You brought one more?
I brought several more. Several more. This you might recognize from the harbor.
Statue of Liberty into Gumby.
I call this one Gumberty.
Gumberty. This was great. This one doesn't have a glass on it. Is it okay?
No,
or should they always be?
Broke. Yeah. So it can be done without the glass.
So now, Rob, how does it hang when you put it in the studio?
Without me spinning it, you can just hang it on the wall, and as you walk past it,
you go. Okay.
It works just the same.
I was curious about that one. Okay.
Keeping in theme with the Statue of Liberty, this one's a little patriotic.
Okay. Stars and bars.
Stars and stripes.
Stars and stripes.
Or stars and bars.
Old Glory right there.
There you go.
Now,
and they're all designed so that when you look straight on, they come together and do something there.
Now let's talk about the flip thing. I want to. What are they correctly called? I want to make sure I address them correctly.
I call these vertical cinemas.
Vertical cinemas. That's right. You told me that right before we were about to start taping. And how do these work?
These work. These are flip books as sculpture. This is a tour through the Grand Central.
Okay, we're looking at video of one also like that. So it's basically a series of shots.
These are a series of 250 photographs printed on a certain type of vinyl and embedded into the wood.
So now, if I do it,
if you do it,
I'll hold this one
here,
up
I'll
here.
hold that for you.
Thank you. I'll hold this camera here and flip it. So now, what image am I looking at here?
This is part of my analog YouTube series.
Oh, I see. Okay.
These two, this one and this one, were the most watched YouTube clips. This and this one were basically the
most watched, you said?
Most watched YouTube clips. And I decided to take YouTube and bring it back to an analog form.
So now, if someone's watching and are curious, do you only do special requests, or how do you...
I do some of my own designs, but I can also do anybody else. A child running to the parent, mom blowing kisses, anything can be done. Anything that has a really kind of a great movement, I can animate.
With regards to the price.
With regards to the price.
Is that something you can discuss here, or is it based upon the work, or just give us a range, I guess, because people probably
it ranges from $650, $700 on up.
Okay.
Depending on how many frames and such you do.
I want you to introduce this one.
This was the first flip book that's got me started in flip books. I have, since I made this, I've made hundreds of them. I have hundreds in my collection of other people's flip books.
Okay.
But this is my grandmother when she was 20, going to 90. Although she preferred to flip it this way.
That is amazing. And your grandmother's name was?
This is Sadie Seidel.
Sadie Seidel. Okay. So you take these pictures, you get them, and how much difficulty is it in rounding up the pictures, like trying to get...
It depends. I got very lucky with this one of my grandmother, because this is only made up of 3 pictures with a morphing between them. She had been a model when she was younger.
She's very striking, very pretty. Okay.
And that's a picture I had taken right before her 90th birthday.
Tell us your website where people can go and see more of your work.
artnofood.com.
Okay, and it stands for Starving Artists?
Starving Artists.
Starving Artists.
Starting production.
So nice to meet you, Rob.
Thank you very much.
You're very talented.
Oh, but wait. I have one other This Way, That Way that I don't think is. We missed one. You might recognize this young man.
Oh my gosh. This is why Audrey was beating me up to get a picture of me as a little boy. Audrey, our executive producer. Wow. That's me. That's me when I was 4 here.
Your hair was longer then.
Yeah, look at that afro, right? Rob, wow. I had no idea.
Please, enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, you stay right here. When we come back, we're going to be talking about raising a book reader in this digital age when we come back. And again, our thanks to Rob Cohen, our friend.